Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to The White Teacher. We continue with our series Outstanding Teacher Traits. In the first episode, I placed a teacher's observation skills at the top of the list, and today I'm rating fairness as the next top skill of an outstanding teacher. I will say that fairness is rather a relatively difficult character trait to carry through the classroom for teachers because fairness is something very subjective. I mean, while as teachers we might feel that we did all the right things, we took all the fair decisions, everything was planned justly for the children, you'll always see that there'll be one, two, or some children who are going to stand up and say this is utterly unfair. So the very fact that, children do stand up and contest fairness, makes it a really difficult character trait to, exercise through the classrooms. So the important question now is, how do you exercise fairness inside a classroom and how do you become a fair teacher? I think a really good place to begin is with student engagement. So when teachers are making decisions, engaging the children in the process of thinking and engaging the children in the process of coming to a conclusion can really get the children to understand the teacher's perspective. So look at it this way, a classroom is filled with children. Every child has different needs. Every child comes in with their own strengths and their own talents, and for a teacher to provide every child with the, with the opportunity to flourish is not an easy task. And so if you want every child to be happy with your decisions, and if you want every child to get an opportunity, then it's important for children to understand each other's needs as well. So often we feel that it's just our responsibility to ensure that we understand every child's need and provide them with opportunities, but a lot of times we miss out on this great opportunity of creating a community of caregivers who can actually think about each other and provide each other opportunities. So engagement is a really important step when taking decisions about how things are going to move or how children are going to feel that they have a fair platform to express themselves. So giving children the opportunity to share their ideas on how to make things fair is a good place to start. Another great quality of a fair teacher is that she addresses a disgruntled child. She would not just ignore the child's complaints about things being unfair, because she understands that if you are learning in an environment which you feel is unjust, then you're not going to give your best and you're never going to reach your potential. So a fair teacher would always address the problems of the child. She would take out time to sit down with the child and explain things. She would have a listening ear to understand their perspective, and if she feels that the child is right when they are feeling that things have been unjust, then she's somebody who is ready to apologize, ready to make changes, and sits down with the child and the community of children and comes to a collective decision about how this can be resolved. So a fair teacher is somebody who also listens and is ready to accept when she's wrong. And so conclusively, fairness is an outstanding teacher trait, because a fair teacher understands that fairness is not that every child gets the same thing. Fairness is that every child gets what they need.